Welcome to my first nutritional masterclass of the year, Why Most Diets Fail, and my fresh approach to health and wellness goals that will help you break the cycle of yo-yo dieting that is not getting you the long-term sustainable results and quite often leaving you feeling worse than you started in the first place. I'm Chef Max. I have over 25 years as a culinary professional. I'm a certified functional nutritionist. I've helped multiple clients lose weight and feel great without having to cut carbs, count calories, fear fat, or eat in an ultra restrictive eating window. And I hope to show you how that can be possible for you. Now, as obesity rates just continue to rise and the rates of chronic disease are also rising and still issues, it's clear that our common approach to health and wellness is just not working. Now, all around the edges here, all around the outer circles, we're showing symptoms of poor health. Most people come to me looking to achieve weight loss, but they also have other symptoms of memory fog, cholesterol issues, blood pressure issues, are worried about their cancer risk, blood sugar balance and diabetes and being pre-diabetic, having low energy and fatigue, showing multiple signs of hormone imbalance. And these are all different symptoms of poor health. And at the root cause of this poor health is the standard American diet and our common lifestyle, which leaves us overfed and undernourished. Now, all of the common diet theories out there, whether it's calorie counting, going low carb, going low fat, uh, intermittent fasting, or ultra restrictive eating windows, they all focus on the first element, the overfed portion. And this is what's leading us to most of our problems here. So, my new approach instead is focusing on the undernourished portion of it that can make all of it seem so much easier and be successful without this negative relationship and yo-yo style of dieting. So let's take a look at that. Now, before I jump into my solution and fresh approach, I just want to go through why this focus on the overfed portion of the problem of poor health has resulted in our current really toxic diet culture out there. It's resulted in these over restrictive dieting that is responsible for the roller coaster and lack of sustainable results. And then after that, developing a negative relationship with food and eating in general. And as a chef, who one of the reasons that I got in the business was the satisfaction that I'd get from people enjoying my food and loving my food and loving eating in general, it really broke my heart. And the more that I learned and became certified nutritionist, and the more I learned in my own weight loss journey of losing over 60 pounds and helping others, the more that I realized that there's so much misinformation out there and people are focusing on the wrong details. They're majoring in the minors and not taking a step back to look at the big picture on how we can get long-term sustainable results. And as I have pointed out here, it results in a negative relationship with eating, feeling that carbs are bad, calories are bad, fat is bad, eating in general is bad when we're talking about intermittent fasting and these ultra restrictive windows. And in my education and everything that I've learned, this is just not true. There's essential protein and amino acids, there's essential fatty acids, and our health is made up of all of these foods we eat, which are building blocks for healthy systems and healthy cells within the body, and they really affect how we feel and what our long-term sustainable results really are. These fad diets and this restrictive eating pattern is just not sustainable. They're too restrictive and they're difficult for people to maintain. The calorie counting is tedious and people fall off the wagon with it. The low carb is too restrictive. The low fat doesn't result in the results that they want. For some people, they have success. And for anybody that has success with those methods, don't mess with it. You know, if you're having results and you're feeling great, then that's great. But for most people and most of my clients, they've been on a roller coaster. They've been yo-yo dieting and they're looking to get off of that ride and just have long-term sustainable results. These fad diets also imply that they're temporary changes, and temporary changes will only yield you temporary results. So you need to focus on a more sustainable approach to health, wellness, and weight loss. And not only will focusing on the nutritional deficiencies help you lose weight, but they'll help all of those other symptoms that I had as far as hormone regulation, memory fog, energy and fatigue. All of those other symptoms of poor health have a lot to do with nutrient deficiency. In these restrictive diets of low carb, low calories, they quite often make these nutritional deficiencies worse. Even if you might lose a little bit of weight in the short term, they typically make the nutritional deficiencies worse and exacerbate some of these other symptoms that I showed you. And so that is why when we focus on the nutritional deficiency and bringing that to sufficiency, not only do we lose weight, but these other symptoms of poor health start to resolve themselves quite often for a lot of people. So let's look at exactly what that is with Chef Theory Health. So this is exactly what I mean when I'm talking about remedying our nutritional deficiencies. And this is what we focus on with my programs at Chef Theory Health. And I'm working with clients one-on-one in group settings or through my membership site. One, we prioritize protein. We're shooting for 100 grams a day. And I focus on quantity and variety of sources. And I go through that with my clients or in my online course in depth. Two, we prioritize getting in omega-3 fat and healthy fat sources. Three, we limit the processed carbohydrates and seed oils. Four, we eat a wide variety of colorful plant foods. Five, we get a glycine source a few days a week. Six, we're getting a probiotic source a few days a week. Seven, we prioritize our sleep, and part of that is eating within a 12-hour window and ending a few hours before bedtime. And by sticking to these 7 fundamentals of health and nutrition, my recipe for success, really, we can achieve all of those goals that I just talked about before, in as far as losing weight, feeling great, and not getting in this overly restrictive dieting pattern. Now, sometimes there's people have a hard time sticking to all of these and realizing exactly what they mean. And that's where my meal planners and my services come in. But this is only half the plan. Let's take a look at a couple of other factors that'll determine your success with your health and wellness goals. So now that I have you pointed in the right direction as far as what we want to focus on with eating and not focus on with dieting, there are some other factors that matter when it comes to success with our health and wellness goals. And the first one is starting out with realistic goals. Too often people want to change everything all at once and they don't want to have any support while they're doing it. And we start to feel like it's a matter of willpower and we're just not trying hard enough. And next year I'll try harder. And this also results in this toxic diet culture that I mentioned before, that we keep running into a brick wall and failing at our goals. And then we start blaming ourselves that it's our willpower and we just need to try harder. And what I'm encouraging people to do is not try harder, but try different. One, I help clients set realistic goals and then build upon them. We start with just focusing on progress, not perfection. And we focus on consistency with these small changes, not intensity in the amount of changes. We do it all at once. And then we build upon it. Now, some people are ready for more changes all at once, but they require more support. So the amount of changes you're looking for to make in your daily routines and your health and wellness, you need to complement that with an equal level of support. This is why Weight Watchers has been a successful program over the years, is because of their support network. So having support, realistic goals, and a clear direction and path, because that's another spot that people aren't sure about. They think that this is a good idea. They think that's a good idea. And so they're a little hesitantly going in that direction without any real certainty and devotion to it. And so what I help people do is provide a clear direction. I give them support. I help them set realistic goals that we build upon and start to stack wins. And once you start stacking wins, you really start getting the flywheel going and you start getting momentum. And the third element of this, which is really a combination of the first two, is proper planning. We plan for success. I help forecast the weeks ahead. I say this and I preach this in my restaurant about the 7 Ps. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. We can't just go in with no plan. whether it's meal planning, forecasting ahead, what's going to be the problems, what are going to be difficult days for me to maintain, and what am I going to do when that does happen, is key to making sure we're successful in maintaining our health and wellness goals, whether it's for the new year or the middle of the year or in the summertime or when we're on vacation or during the holidays. So let's take a look a little bit more specifically at how I help people achieve this. Now, when it comes to nutrition, exercise, cooking, health, and wellness, I could talk for hours with anybody that's interested. I'm trying to keep this presentation short, concise, and to the point. But I hope that I've shown you that getting away from these ultra restrictive dieting and viewing food as bad and viewing eating as bad and feeling bad about not getting our results is not the way. Instead, we can eat delicious, nutritious food. It doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be complicated. And that's where I come in, helping people show them, hold them accountable, guide them along the way, and support them in achieving their health and wellness goals by taking manageable steps, being consistent with small changes, and stacking wins on top of each other. Now, 3 ways that I can help you guys achieve this in the long term is my 3 different products, basically 3 different types of services. The first type of service, my one-on-one coaching, I only have a couple of spots at a time that I leave open for this because I really like to devote the time and energy to people that are needing this. And these are people that are ready for big change and are looking for big support in maintaining those changes, and maybe have personal situations with their health issues that may need a little bit more nuance than the normal person that's just looking to lose, 10 to 50 pounds and get in shape and prevent their disease and have a long, healthy life and be able to play with their grandkids without having issues. That's what one-on-one coaching is for, though. A little bit more of a personalized nutrition plan with weekly support out of the gate. I start these with 3-month packages because really that's what it takes to get somebody right on the right track when they're looking for big change and they need big support in doing it. The second service that I offer is my 7-week. It's really 6 weeks, and then I always throw a bonus week on there to help people kind of where do we go from there and getting started, is a 7-week online fundamentals of nutrition course. And this is still for people that are ready for big change, but they might not need as much support. They're looking for clear direction. They're ready for change. And this has weekly meal planners. I go through all 7 of those recipes for success points that I put in my secrets to success. Prioritizing protein is week 1. The skinny on fats is week 2. Carbs, fiber, and the microbiome is week 4. Antioxidants, detoxification, and how your body detoxifies is the following week. Micronutrients and supplements, and then where to go from there. And each week has a complete meal plan with recipes, a shopping list, and calls with myself to support you along the way. So that's kind of like the medium level for people. And then my third option of working with me is my monthly membership. And this is for people that are ready for either smaller changes and they're just getting started and they want to have some direction and they want to be part of a community and they want to get on the right track, but they're not sure if they're ready to jump all the way in with some of these more expensive options or more, bigger commitment. Then that's right for them. Or this could be for somebody that's already on the right path and they're just looking to be part of a healthy community that has weekly meal planners with healthy recipes and the shopping list. I do nutritional master classes just like this with a different theme every month in there. I do a group Q&A session, and then I have individual sessions available on demand or a la carte, if you will, for anybody that's part of my membership. So this is for people that are either just getting started or they're graduating from my one-on-one coaching services and the online fundamentals of nutrition course. So those are the 3 ways to work with me. I have links and they're all available at cheftheoryhealth.com. And if you need help and if you want to keep on the right direction, contact me. Don't hesitate. I set up free calls. So let's get at it, guys. This is how we can have long-term sustainable results, eat delicious food, feel good about it, get more energy, and have a long, happy life. Happy eating from Chef Max, and good luck on your journey.